I can say with all confidence, next year when I'm teaching criminal procedure, I will be walking my students through this very case.
Well, it's certainly easy to see why that UNM law professor is talking about the brutal killing of Victoria Martens. 3 people have been convicted in connection to her murder, including her own mother. Investigators do believe a 4th person in question could be her killer. But another revelation this week is not sitting well with New Mexicans. Michelle Martens, Victoria's mom, was released from prison on Tuesday. Court records show Martens completed her sentence in prison earlier this week. And while she'll be supervised by probation and parole officers for 5 more years, that news isn't sitting well with many New Mexicans. Alika, you actually spoke with that UNM law professor. What does he have to say about this case?
Zach, UNM professor Josh Kastenberg says the fact that this was such a high-profile case will have a lot to do with Michelle Martens' life outside of prison.
Michelle Martens, a name most New Mexicans know all too well, is back in the news.
She's your own kid. What do you have to say?
The state prison system released her Tuesday after she served a 12-year sentence in prison for a child abuse charge connected to the death of her 10-year-old daughter, Victoria. The release is earlier than some expected because Martens earned credit for good behavior behind bars and for 6 years in jail before she was sentenced. UNM professor Josh Kastenberg says it's natural for some people to be angry when they hear about someone getting out of prison for a gruesome crime, but adds Michelle Martens will still feel the sting at her time as an inmate, and for now live in a state that can't forget her crime.
Life is not a bed of roses for someone in Martin's position right now. If you think about what kind of neighborhood do you move into, what kind of job are you going to be able to get? Is society ever going to forgive what you did? And the answer to that is probably not. There are life-altering aspects to her regardless of whether she's in jail or not.
Again, Martens now begins 5 years of supervision with the Office of Probation and Parole. Zach.
All right, Alika, a lot of people following this closely. Our team coverage of Martens' release continues over on KOB.com. That's where you can look at all of the details of her release and look through all of our previous reporting as New Mexicans continue to demand full justice for Victoria Martens.